Good evening and welcome to Ville News. I'm your host, Devin Irizarry, alongside Morgan Huber, here to give you the latest local, state, and national headlines. Coming up in this episode, we have updates on a Lancaster native caught stealing, a devastating train derailment, and President Biden's State of the Union address. Stay tuned because Ville News starts right now.
A local man faced additional sexual assault charges after nearly a dozen survivors came forward. West Hempfield Township Police apprehended James Zuck, a 68-year-old resident of Mountville, back in November after he was accused of abusing a patient in his care. Since the arrest, 10 more came forward with allegations. Zuck worked as a caretaker for Faith Friendship Ville, a personal care home in Mountville for low-income patients with mental disabilities and special needs. The alleged abuse dates back more than a decade to 2007 and continued until just 3 months prior to his arrest. The initial accuser claimed that Zuck abused a patient as early as late 2020, continuing weekly or bi-weekly until this past summer. If convicted, Zuck faces 329 counts of institutional sexual assault, 333 counts of indecent assault, and 1 count of disorderly conduct.
Popular actress Chloe Cherry has been charged with misdemeanor retail theft after a shoplifting incident in December 2022. Cherry, born Elise Jones and known for her role as Faye in Euphoria, was accused of stealing a blouse from a store in Lancaster. Jones allegedly stole a blouse on sale for $28 from Jenny and the Clouder, a small business owned by Jenny Goeringer. Jones allegedly entered a dressing room with the blouse and exited without it, then paid for her other items. Using a credit card, Jones was caught by the security cameras in the building and was contacted through her mother. Jones admitted to taking the blouse and returned it to a police officer. Elise Jones was charged with a single count of retail theft and has a previous theft conviction from April 2015.
When we get back, we'll have updates on a new Pennsylvania executive order and a devastating train derailment near the PA border. Now we will go to Ryan Argenti with this week's weather forecast.
Actually, we had a pretty mild day today here at Millersville, and I have the exclusive 3-day forecast here for you on Ville News, checking out our 3-day outlook right here. We can see temperatures right now, we're looking pretty mild, 54 degrees as well as 32 degrees is our low for tonight. And also going into tomorrow, 56 degrees and a low of 46 degrees for tomorrow night. And checking out Friday, 56 for a high and 34 for a low. We do have 2 storm systems coming up here, and I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit, so stay tuned here to Ville News.
Thank you, Ryan. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro submitted an executive order this past week to make applications for permits and certifications easier and more timely. The motion provides licensing agencies with a strict 90-day deadline to research applications, background check requests, and give out licenses. If the agencies fail to finish the process by the deadline, the applicant will receive a full refund for whatever fees they paid. According to both an NPR analysis and Governor Shapiro's website, Pennsylvania had one of the longest wait times for nursing licenses, with the average wait time being around 3 months. The executive order expects to make the licensing process much more efficient and predictable, relieving shortages in a variety of related fields, particularly healthcare and education. The order is one of several the Shapiro administration intends to release to expand career opportunities for Pennsylvanians.
Crews and authorities evacuated residents in Ohio Friday after 5 tanker cars derailed East Palestine, a town bordering Pennsylvania, with 5,000 residents witnessed the derailment of 5 tanker cars. 50 vehicles were affected, 10 of which carried toxic chemicals, the most prominent vinyl chloride, a highly flammable and can cause cancer, infection, or even death. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, the derailment was likely caused by a mechanical issue, where one of the vehicles overheated and caught fire. In response, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine ordered an evacuation of the area residents while Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro encouraged residents within a 2-mile radius to shelter in place and keep all doors and windows closed until safe, enough to leave their homes. Shapiro also confirmed in a press conference that no concerning readings were detected. No injuries or deaths have been reported, and all 20 Pennsylvania residences within the vicinity were safely evacuated.
When we get back, updates on a Chinese spy balloon and a President Biden State of the Union address. Now we will go to Ryan with this weekend's Super Bowl forecast.
Good evening, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Ryan Argenti here with your latest and best Ville News weather forecast. And taking a look over Lancaster City right now, it's not too bad. We do have a couple high-level clouds here just lingering over Lancaster, but see a beautiful sunset right there. Check that out. I like sunsets myself, but checking out the current conditions over Lancaster right now, we're looking at 32 to 36 degrees as our current temperatures, as well as we're going to start to see some cloudy skies roll in here due to a storm system that's going to be moving through. So we will be expecting a couple late night showers, as you can see here, and just so you're prepared for that in case you go out for a late night walk tonight. And speaking of tonight, again, we're looking at 30 to 34 degrees, and we're looking at increasing clouds. Again, another late shower as well as we transition into Thursday. Thursday, not too bad. Mostly cloudy skies, 56 to 60 degrees. That's pretty mild and pretty warm for this time of year, especially for beginning of February. We're looking at fairly breezy conditions as well. We're also looking at a couple brief showers as well due to a storm system that will move to our north, which I'll get into here in just a little bit. And as we move into Thursday night, not looking too bad, 44 to 48 degrees. That's pretty mild again, very mild for February. Partly cloudy conditions. Those clouds start to break apart just a little bit. And as we head into Friday's looking a little bit better. We're looking at partly sunny conditions, also very mild again, 54 to 58 degrees. And we're in store for a fairly nice weekend besides Sunday. But I'll get into that here with your exclusive Ville News Super Bowl forecast. We're looking at 30 to 34 degrees, a little bit more seasonable for this time of year, 30 to 34, mostly cloudy conditions, so not the best for the lower Susquehanna Valley, especially for the Super Bowl. I was expecting some sunnier skies, but hey, we'll take mostly cloudy conditions. But we also have a chance of rain as well for just right at the time of kickoff is when we're expecting to see some showers move through from a second storm system that'll be coming through the lower Susquehanna Valley. But as we take a look at radar right now, there's nothing on the radar right now as of just a little bit ago, but pretty clear right now across the Commonwealth. But as we look at the model guidance here, the our futurecast, we're actually looking at the GFS model here. You see that there's a storm system just to our south, actually in the south central part of the United States here. But that's actually already on its way up here to the northeast, and that's going to be, you can see right now that those showers have already lingered over the lower Susquehanna Valley by tonight. So we're going to expect those late night showers, but that's going to quickly move out of the way. And as we move into later this weekend or Friday going into Saturday, that all moves out. So we have those partly sunny conditions for Friday. But you start to see another storm system that's down to our southeast, and that's going to be bringing us a second round of rain come Sunday. So expect those late night showers or those brief showers during the day on Sunday, closer to kickoff like I mentioned. We're actually going to be expecting a wet day for Sunday. But as we head into Monday and Tuesday, though, see that big blue H down in the southeast there? It's looking pretty good. That's going to push that low pressure system out into the Atlantic, and we're going to have mostly sunny and pleasant conditions, and also rather mild temperatures as well for Monday going into Tuesday. So good start to our work week as we head into next week. Again, our 3-day outlook here, 54 degrees is our high for today. 32 is going to be our low. We will be expecting those late night showers as we transition into Thursday. Thursday, we're looking at those showers again for later in the day. 56 degrees for a high, and also 46 for a low, and then 56 for Friday's highs, and then 34 for Friday night's lows. And we're looking at those partly sunny conditions, so not a bad end to our week there in terms of Friday. But as we look into the 7-day forecast, Saturday and Sunday, again, Sunday we're looking into those showers coming through on Sunday, and then as we head into Monday and Tuesday, it's a great start to our work week and our school week as well. But this weather broadcast has been brought to you by the Millersville University Campus Weather Service. Visit us at millersville.edu/weather center for all of your latest weather updates. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Ryan. Shock and confusion sent U.S. military responders and local residents into a spiral for answers after a skyscraper-sized spy balloon was shot down near South Carolina. After circling the United States for a period of several days, U.S. troops proceeded to mobilize defenses and bring the device down. The balloon, suspected to have been deployed by the Chinese government, was shot down and recovered just afternoon on Saturday. Air Force General Glenn Van Herk, commander of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, responded to the offense by expressing the vessel's sheer size to the public. The balloon stood at over 200 feet tall, thousands of pounds in weight, and had a payload similar in size of that of a commercial jetliner, all while carrying a single Chinese air-to-air missile and surveillance equipment close in size to at least 2 school buses. The U.S. State Department and the Biden administration addressed the public on the issue on Tuesday, claiming the balloon was a part of an aerial surveillance program run by the People's Liberation Army of Hainan. Despite over 4,900 square feet of debris from the explosion, no injuries or casualties were suffered, and the public now waits for further developments.
President Biden had a joint session of Congress for his second State of the Union address. The 70-minute speech touched on many issues, such as healthcare, education, infrastructure, and policing. He brought up the Chinese spy balloon incident by saying, quote, "If China threatens our sovereignty, we will act," end quote. He also mentioned his 2024 campaign, which drew controversy from both sides. Republican Congress members heckled at Biden throughout the speech. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, in particular, called Biden a liar, while others shouted expletives and jeered at the president. Many felt Biden held himself well, but no further talk of Biden's campaign has been mentioned.
A major earthquake struck the countries of Turkey and Syria on Monday, toppling thousands of buildings and leaving rescue workers and the international community scrambling to supply aid and rescue efforts. As of this broadcast, the death toll has exceeded 11,000 people, with authorities fearing that number could grow to over 20,000 following rescue efforts. The initial response to the disaster has been slowed by both the large area affected and winter weather conditions. This has led to frustration among those displaced from their homes, with survivor Murat Alinak stating, quote, "We are under the snow, without a home, without anything. What shall I do? Where can I go?" This story is ongoing, and we at MUTV send our thoughts to those affected.
That's all we have this week for Ville News. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in next week for the latest local, state, and national headlines.